So, first up, hands up who has ever played with Lego sets as a child. That's kind of got to be everyone. If you don't have your hand up, shame on you. Hands up if you still play with Lego sets and pretend it's for your children or your niece or nephew. Okay, about half the gang. Brilliant. All right, well, on that note, I'm going to invite up to the stage the brilliant Claudia from the Lego Group. Woo-hoo!
Hi.
Hello. This woman is responsible for keeping your child happy. Now, Claudia,
and my own children.
And your own. Claudia, tell us a bit about you and your role at the Lego Group.
Right. So, good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me on stage. I've been coming to MAD actually for a few years now, but this is the first time on this side of the stage, so bear with me as the nerves kick in. But indeed, my name is Claudia, and I'm the Kids Brand Director for the Lego Group UK and Ireland.
Wow, what a cool job.
Yes, pretty cool. So we spend our day building sets. No, we do much more than that.
How brilliant is that? And do you want to tell us a bit about the specific challenge you've posed to our wonderful startups today?
With pleasure, yes. So indeed, it's a challenge and it's a topic that's very close to my heart, not only as a marketer, but as a mum of a little boy and a little girl. And everything we do on the Lego Group is based on our mission, which is to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. And really our belief is that children are our role models. With that mission and that belief at the heart of everything we do, we always believe that play is equally important and relevant to all children, both girls and boys alike. Because through play, they start to develop their own view of the world, right? Through play, they start to develop that creative muscle that is so fundamental for a good development of a child, and I would say of a marketer.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as the Lego Group, we want to have a role in that play, a positive impact. However, our data and research shows that while majority of parents perceive the Lego brand as a good example of an inclusive toy brand, the Lego play, the Lego brick, can still be perceived as more relevant to boys than girls.
Wow, gosh.
It is true. Also, there is some social dynamics at play here that reinforce that perception. So our data again shows that girls, little girls, I certainly see that with my little girl of 6 years old, develop faster an interest outside of the toy category. They get into fashion, into music, into animals. So with all of that at play, and with our belief on actually being relevant to both boys and girls, that's why I bring this challenge to this stage. Help us understand how we can engage further and for longer today's little girls to continue to really support their development on play, on how they see the world, and on the creativity that they get out of it.
Wow, isn't that amazing? Encouraging little girls to develop their creativity through building Lego sets. So you've got actually 8. This is one of the most popular brand challenges we've ever had. There are 8 startups who are going to be pitching their ideas to you. Claudia, tell us a bit about what are you looking for? What would really set your eyes wide today?
Right. So certainly something that is anchored in our top 3 values. Of fun, creativity, and imagination. That's what really we stand for. So I like to see that. Hopefully, given that we are on the innovation stage, something that we haven't thought of yet, or something truly innovative. Yeah. And ideally, something that goes back to what we're saying, that really supports little girls to develop further that creative, that confidence creativity, that confidence in creativity that's been at the center of our Play Unstoppable campaign over the past 3 years, which has been aimed at little girls and parents of girls.
Cool. How cool is that?
Does that help?
Does that make sense to everybody? Awesome. So, Claudia, I'm going to ask you to take a seat and put your judging hat on, and I'm going to invite each of our startups up on the stage. Cool. For our final startup solution today, we are staying in the world of AR, and we have Rock Paper Reality, an awesome design agency.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam, Head of Partnerships at Rock Paper Reality. We are a full-service immersive agency helping brands unlock the power of XR and AI. So this challenge, another dad of 2, lots of friends. We did a school visit yesterday, and they asked the kids what they wanted to play with, and all the boys said dinosaurs and all the girls said crafts, so they all went off in their separate ways. And I think there's a lot of research to be said. I'm sure Claudia will attest to this, that suggests that actually girls, sort of preschool and school-age girls, gravitate naturally towards crafting, creative, role-play games, dress-up, and also things like storytelling and reading, right? That is their natural gravitation, but then there's this weird conflict with us as parents who have this much more kind of aspirational want and need to start to break down gender stereotypes and give them really strong role models to aspire to. And in fact, you know, there's lots of research to suggest that young girls are more likely to participate if there's a strong role model represented in that activity. 74% of girls see there's a lack of representation in STEM subjects for girls. And actually the research suggests that gender stereotypes begin as young as 6 years old. So the challenge for us becomes, how do we, as marketers, as parents, create something that taps into the needs and wants of these young girls while still delivers against this kind of aspirational ambition of us as parents to make sure that they're reaching for the stars. So the idea of Lego role play was central to our idea. This is an AI companion that combines role play with role models. So the idea being that from a young age, as young as, you know, interested in things like Frozen, they're able to use augmented reality that pairs with their existing sets. We're not talking about building new sets for this, existing sets, so they can actually meet and talk to the characters that they love. Whether it's Elsa and Anna from Frozen, they can talk to them using augmented reality as a Lego character and have a conversation with them using brand-safe AI. They're able to role play with them, personalize their storytelling, but they're also able to learn about their brilliant experiences and knowledge. And then as we start to introduce them into this concept, we can start to introduce more sort of STEM-led or challenging subjects. So perhaps areas that were mainly much more kind of heartland for boy play becomes far more interesting to the girls as well. Now, this can be any set. It doesn't need to be this type of, you know, if you're talking to Dr. Ellie Sattler, about how to, you know, how she's a female paleontologist and all about learning about how to become in that field of play. Or talking to Christina Koch, the first female astronaut to walk on the moon. So inspiring young girls through role play, storytelling, interactivity, and creativity, the things that they actually really, really gravitate to anyway. And we do that, we're not asking for, you know, new sets. We can insert QR codes on leaflets into the existing box or on the packaging. It launches the AR experience, and they have a very natural experience where they talk to it using natural language or text, and they can have those real-life conversations. We've already done it with a wine label called Chronic Cellars. We're doing it with a Premier League football team at the start of next season, and an FMCG brand to help them talk about sustainable farming. And it doesn't stop there with the actual sets. We can actually bring that back into the marketing. So they can bring that into point of sale, so they can do a personality test to find out which sets best suit them and have a conversation with the actual subjects and the role models within those sets. You can have Ask Me Anything live posts or live streams on social media with Dr. Ellie Sattler from Jurassic Park or any other set that you can think of. And it gives you real-time customer insights. What are these girls asking? What do they care about? How is that data going to inform your future sets? And potentially a new revenue stream in subscriptions for these interactions. So for us, the most powerful thing here is being able to meet them where they are, where they want to gravitate to, and inspire them to build who they want to be. Thank you.
Stay on for a moment. Right, well, that was pretty cool, Claudia, like meeting your Lego characters and interacting with them. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, I really liked how you tapped into the side of role modeling. So not necessarily a question, but yes, that really resonated with me in terms of how girls, how you can be relevant to little girls is definitely through role modeling. So thank you for sharing that also with the wider audience.
Thank you. Claudia, I'm going to look at you to see if you've made a decision.
I'll have to, right?
I
knew this was coming.
This is the tricky bit, the hard bit.
This is generally the tricky bit. Really thank you to everyone. Generally, hand on heart, I was blown away by the creativity, the work that's gone into this. I was having a look across the room to my team and I could see a lot of excitement. So thank you generally so much for coming up with these ideas. It's not easy, and actually please come and have a chat with me regardless of what I'm going to say next, because every single idea tapped into something that we are passionate about in the Lego group, or that we believe into, or that we are actually looking to do. But if, as a true marketer, I think back of the brief, which I always tell my team, think about the brief, what were the objectives? And I talked about innovation, I talked about creativity and fun, and I talked about engaging for longer, further and for longer girls. I have to say the last one, Sam at RR, really tapped into that,
so,
in my opinion. Because I've really liked how you tapped into the insight of role modeling and how that can engage further and longer girls. You shared ideas how we could bring that to life that we hadn't thought about yet, or we are thinking but never really realized, such as in store, bringing it to life, and also connecting our Lego sets and what we stand for, our play, with our audience, and broadening the consideration above and beyond sets that might not be considered for them necessarily, but finding that way into it. So I thought that was really good. But again, generally, very, very good.
Amazing.
All of those. Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations, Sam from Rock, Paper, Reality. You are the winner, worthy winner.